When I first saw the title card for High Strangeness, I had thought the episode would be about Finn ruling the Candy Kingdom for a day or something along those lines. Then the promo art for the episode was released, and aliens? Is the episode actually gonna feature aliens? Yes, apparently. Like, right off the bat. Gray aliens, in terms of design, are quite silly and dumb in a way, but somehow they still manage to induce fear rather effectively. There's something about the shape and lankiness, combined with the thought of such a thing standing in the corner of your room, that I find quite unnerving. When I was a child, those sorts of images scared me probably more than any other. It made watching stuff like X-Files a bunch of spooky fun. Even now, I still sometimes find gray alien imagery to be unsettling. And I'm not even gonna front. Despite the aliens in Adventure Time being cute, goofy, and seemingly friendly, this scene still gave me the heebie-jeebies. But then after Tree Trunks was willingly abducted, I bust out laughing at the sheer ridiculousness and wackiness that ensued. As the name of this episode would imply, it is indeed strange. Very, very strange. But despite that bizarre and nearly random feeling the episode invokes, the central plot is actually very clear and straightforward. Tree Trunks has a history, and a family, with aliens. Princess Bubblegum wants to seed candy life onto other planets across the universe. Tree Trunks mistakenly thinks PB wants to wage cosmic warfare on her alien pals when one of the life-seeding rockets just happens to strike the UFO by accident. Tree Trunks shows P-Bubs what's up, and PB realizes she nearly donked some innocents up, and they volunteer to help her seed her candy life to their old abandoned home planet. I've seen some people comment that the other episodes of Season 8 had given them vibes of the early seasons of Adventure Time, and I personally don't see that at all. To me, it felt like the past 3 episodes would fit cleanly into Season 6 or Season 7 in terms of feel. High Strangeness, though, did give me major vibes of the early seasons, and it makes sense since Pendleton Ward popped in his head to be part of the team that created this episode. But compared to the early seasons, I'd say High Strangeness ups the scenario to such a wacky extreme and has such great hitting humor that I feel like it stands well above. High Strangeness has the essence of the random-esque episodes of the first 3 seasons, but it's been refined to a higher level, so to say. There were so many amusing little details interspersed throughout, from a framed picture of Finn's face in the bedroom of Tree Trunks and Mr. Pig, to Starchy's newspaper having an article about Finn's battle on the beach, to the Kinavu and Toronto poster in the meeting room, to the Veritas Brigade. Princess Bubblegum's controller having the shape of Texas? I have no idea what the hell's up with that. Usually, too much Tree Trunks in an episode makes me lose interest in her character. She usually fails to engage me when she's featured for more than a gag or two. This time, I friggin' loved Tree Trunks! She was a total and hilarious delight to watch throughout the whole episode, from slapping Mr. Pig's butt to making an extremely gifable sign that's timely given the USA's current political climate, to this gem.
Do you all have any guns?
Nope.
The interactions between TT and her sworn enemy and wedding ruiner PB were all so golden. So many wonderful lines of dialogue with amazing delivery.
Keep your probes out of my star children. See, I told you. What? Spaceman.
It's nice that Tree Trunks can empathize with Princess Bubblegum enough to help her with her goal, despite still despising her. Bonnibel seems really dead set on having her legacy live on, even if she's not around to see it develop. Girl's got some deeply ingrained complexes, yo. I love how she tried to indirectly rationalize her motives to people who just showed up to watch free fireworks.
I'm doing the right thing.
And of course, a lot of people are asking at this point, could Cuber, who is 1,000 years from the future, be the result of Bubblegum's life seeding? Perhaps. For my finishing thoughts, I think it's clear that I adored this episode. I was deeply engrossed in the zany plot, I was laughing out loud during tons of scenes, and that ending just left me speechless in the best way. High Strangeness was a total delight from start to finish. It relies on pure fun to deliver a wacky experience unlike any other. And Tree Trunks, you're like the coolest now. I never expected to say those words.